Thanks for joining me today. Not just another block. Are you looking for ways to put your creative ideas into your quilts? Let's have a conversation about that today. Hi, I'm Roberta from Quilt Crafters Corner, and today I want to talk a little bit about those creative ideas that we have in our head and we're just not quite sure how to get them into our quilts. Now, this is an interesting idea, and I always like changing things up just a little bit. If that's something that you enjoy, please like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. It does help me. So let's talk about how do we get our creative ideas into our quilts. Now, I made these octagons a while back, and they've been hanging there, and I keep thinking I'd like to do something with them because I love the way they turned out. And since I still have plenty of that fabric left, I want to incorporate it into a quilt. Now, originally these strips were sewn together by somebody else. I didn't do it. I kind of straightened them up a little bit and put them into the octagons because they always turn out really nice that way. So when I get things that aren't quite finished or maybe need a little bit of work to make them better, I always like looking at, okay, what's the challenge here and how can I do this? Now, when I start a new project and things like this that are hanging around for a while, I like to see them. I like to see them on a daily basis, and it kind of gets my mind thinking, what can I do with those? Where can I put those to make that a special quilt? So I came up with this idea that I wanted to frame these octagons and give them a little bit more of character. So I'm thinking, what can I put with them to kind of accentuate the style of them and add something to it to make a quilt? So let's go over to my cutting table and I will show you what I'm working on. So as you can see, this is a lovely star pattern, and this is called Winter's Grandeur, and it is a free pattern from Robert Kaufman, and it has lots of diamonds in it. So we will talk about that in a minute. Since I still had plenty of the fabric that was used to make those octagons, I pulled it out and said, okay, what can I do with this to kind of add to those octagons? Now, as you can see, there's many pieces to this, and these are all diamond shapes here and here. So let's talk about those diamond shapes just for a minute. Now, those diamond shapes start with the template. They give you the template, and you need to use the template because there's a positive side and a negative side, and if you get them mixed up, this will not turn out. So be careful. Label when you cut your diamond template. Make sure you've got your positive side and then the reverse is the negative side. And this way all these pieces fit together nicely. So pay attention when you cut this to what is the top side and what's the bottom side, because it does make a difference. Now, when I laid this out, I really do like the center fabric. The center star is a very nice star, and it does look, it really stands out. But I want to show you some different ideas to think about in order to change this up just a little bit. Now, the first idea I had was to take and put alternating of this color fabric in it to give it just a little bit more of a lightness in the center. Now, that's not bad. I do like it, but I don't know that that's the one that I'm gonna stick with. I want to encourage you to cut additional pieces like I did here, just to give yourself other ideas on what you can do with it. Now, one of the other ideas that I had was changing the color to this and give it a little bit different of a look, a little bit different depth, and just add a little bit of a different color in there to accentuate it and give it some character. This is a good idea. I'm not sure that I'm gonna stick with that, but I just wanted to show you some of the things that's available once you start playing with these ideas. So let's talk a little bit about these pieces, and as they go together, you're going to create what they call a Y seam. You sew these two pieces together, and then you add this one in and then this one in. And it's a real simple process to do on making Y seams. If you would like me to make a video on that, please leave me a comment down below. I'd love to do that for you if that's something that you're interested in. Now, I've been playing with some of these fabrics, and I've got a couple others that I was thinking that maybe I want to add in. And I'm not sure, like I said, this blue doesn't quite go with the darker blue, so I think I'm going to take it out. I'm still not convinced that I won't do something like this, but I have the option now to look at it, lay it out, take a picture of it, and stand back and look at it. It's amazing when you're looking at fabric, especially close up, versus a picture. You get a different view, you get a different look. So I'm always excited to get a picture of it, to see what it looks like, and then go from there and see if that's something that I want to continue down that way or start to change fabrics. These are just some of the things that I want you to encourage you to play with different fabrics, add them in, take a picture, see what it looks like, and then go from there. Don't feel that you are locked into what the pattern says to do. There's many different things here that you can do just by changing this a little bit and making it more your own. Making it something that you create out of your head. It's amazing when I have conversations with people and we start to talk about something like this, and then you just start to get ideas, and those conversations I always find the most valuable, because when I'm getting ideas, I'm thinking, ooh, I could do this or I could do that. So I want to encourage you not only to play with the fabric, but have the conversations about different ideas that you can do and put into something like this. Now, I hope this inspired you to go get some fabric and experiment and just try new ideas out. Look for things that are just a little bit different than everybody else is doing. It might just give you that inspiration or that need to make something just a little different. That's what's so wonderful about quilting, is you can make this all of your own just by changing some things here and there. Now, if you want to see the finished product on this, which I will post the pictures up on my Facebook group, it's Quilters Swarm in Facebook. Come join us. We have a great time, and you can see these finished things that I do. So if this is something you like, please like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. And thank you for joining me if you've made it this far. I do truly appreciate that. So until next time, keep quilting.